recent years, the Postal Services St. Martin, NV, or PSS, has found itself in financial difficulty, which has been exacerbated by the passing of Hurricanes Irma and Maria. The current monthly income of PSS is simply not sufficient to cover their monthly expenses. Under these current circumstances, the government of St. Martin has been financially supporting the operations of PSS. And as a result of this unsustainable financial situation, in the month of July, I put together a committee that consists of PSS management, the St. Martin Communication Union, so SMCU, the Cabinet of the Prime Minister, myself, and SWABE. The objective of this committee is to oversee this downsizing and reorganizing of PSS to create a sustainable operation that will continue to carry out its core postal tasks. The concession to provide postal services was given to PSS after St. Martin became a country on October 10, 2010. The government of St. Martin has an obligation by international law and treaties to provide postal services to the public. Considering that the PSS building was destroyed by Hurricanes Irma and Maria, the government of St. Martin has decided to provide PSS with an alternative location in the building that previously housed the Civil Registry Department. This decision will eliminate the current rental payments and reduce the overall monthly expenses of the company. Since its inception, the committee has met regularly and has arrived at the phase where on August 17, the SMCU Union and PSS management presented the downsizing agreements and plans to the employees of PSS. The transition process and the rights of the employees in accordance with the CLA and social plan were explained. The employees received the agreement for downsizing PSS, the transition organizational structure, and the formation plan. The employees were given the opportunity to ask questions, and they were also asked to fill in an inventory form indicating their choice. An appeals committee consisting of 3 independent persons, 1 chosen by the union, 1 by management, and 1 jointly by the 2, were also established for employees who want to contest the decision of management. In the current formation, PSS consists of 23 employees, including management. In its future reorganized structure, PSS will consist of 14 persons, divided over 6 functions that are necessary to provide the core postal services in a sustainable manner. I have requested that the committee conduct the downsizing process in a responsible, legal, and transparent manner. Once the process is completed, we will work with the other individuals to find possible alternative employment.
Connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Is the Dutch assistance being paid for from the trust fund, and how are they being paid? No, the Dutch law enforcement assistance is directly being paid from the Recovery Fund by the Ministry of Interior Affairs and Kingdom Relations. How many permits have been issued or denied to persons to come to work in St. Martin? A local unemployed youngster is encouraged to take up a job in the construction field. I'll start with the second part. As we may or may not be aware, at NEPA there's a program that's going on right now. I know during my term as Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, we started a side project called Employability Through Training. This is a project that teaches our young ones and older ones as well skills while they're working and get paid. It was a success then, and this is definitely a spin-off of it, and it has been working well. We visited the school just the other day and we saw the progress with the students. I think it's a great initiative, and whatever the Ministry of Justice can do to support it, we will do so. As far as the number of permits that have been issued for 2017-2018 thus far is 2,054. Those are first-time requests as well as renewals. As far as the construction field is concerned, we have had 150 requested and 90 have been issued thus far. Can Parliament obtain information on the process of receiving a permit to assist in rebuilding St. Martin? I have no knowledge of any special procedures or shortcuts to obtain a visa or other travel or residency documents. No. There is a handout that was given to the Secretariat to provide to the members of Parliament, and those are the required documents when submitting an application for the first time, which is being used. We do work in collaboration with, of course, the Ministry of Labor, and once we receive the work permit, we try to facilitate by producing the residence permit shortly after. Is it true that passengers visiting or coming to St. Martin do not have to fill out an immigration form? If so, will this be reenacted? How else can these visitors be monitored at the entry points, and can St. Martin get statistical information on their visitors? St. Martin is in transition to an automated border control with our new border management system. The forms were still being used by American Airlines only, and those were used when we negotiated with American Airlines to add an additional flight because we had to have statistical information to make our argument as one, St. Martin being open, and two, continue serving its hub function. So that information will still be available, especially when we get the automated system. Everything will be done upon entry to St. Martin. On what basis would a visitor be denied access to St. Martin? Lack of proper documents, insufficient funds, and travelers that have been identified as high risk or red flagged. Our APIS legislation is being worked on, which will allow us and the airlines from preventing unwanted or high risk persons from traveling to St. Martin. Has the ministry seen a rise in the deportation of Venezuelans the last year? If so, how many? And can the minister give deportation statistics for 2017 and for 2018? Where are illegal aliens to be housed prior to deportation, and where are they housed? I have also provided two documents to the members of parliament. It goes back to the deportation year of 2012, 13, 14, 15, and 16. As soon as we finalize 2017 and 18, they will also be forthcoming. But there has been an increase in the deportations of Venezuelans recently.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Wib now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Government is therefore committed to building back social capital to strengthen the social resources upon which people draw in pursuit of their livelihoods. Essential programs in this regard include: 1. The development of a social registry system to serve the community more effectively with a focus on poverty reduction and the eradication of inequality. 2. The sheltering and reintegration of those who were displaced. 3. The emergency income support and skills training. 4. Taking preventative measures through vector control in the debris cleaning program. And 5. Improving the capacity, accessibility, quality, and availability of healthcare services. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament, the realization of a new hospital is central to the improvement of healthcare on St. Martin. Government's focus in the coming period will therefore be the construction of a new hospital building that, while also increasing the number of available specialties and strengthening the old hospital until the new building becomes available. This will go hand in hand with a program to further improve the quality of care and patient safety at the St. Martin Medical Center through the Joint Commission International Accreditation process. Therefore, government will facilitate a comprehensive healthcare reform which will introduce a basic healthcare package for all citizens. Additionally, the reform will target 1. Improved regulation and registration of all medical practitioners. 2. Introduction of health improvement management systems to improve communication between different care providers. 3. Introduction of cost control measures for pharmaceuticals. And 4. Improvements to the present medical referral system. By addressing these matters, government plans to realize a more sustainable solution for healthcare and the associated costs. Additionally, government, as part of its health and wellness policies, is focusing on an active lifestyle through participation in sports. In that regard, government will work on institutional strengthening, including an improvement plan for sports facilities, quality standards for sports curriculum and sports teachers, and an increased awareness about sports with an eye on further developing nationalism in sports. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament, on the other side of government's health and well-being agenda is its care for the environment. Without a healthy living environment, government's healthcare agenda will be less effective. In terms of the care for the environment, waste management on St. Martin is the main challenge. A first priority is to find a permanent solution to the dump fires which threatens the health of our community. Furthermore, while a significant effort has been made to clean up the island after the hurricanes of 2017, there is still more to be done. More in the area of neighborhood cleanup and the cleanup of the Simpson Bay Lagoon from boat wrecks and debris. In view of this, government intends to improve the management of waste streams at the landfill, to improve recycling, including the removal of metals and other recyclable material from the island, and to improve the general management of the landfill. In its efforts to address the waste management challenges, government is working closely with the World Bank and the Netherlands and has been seeking cooperation with counterparts to the north. The care for the environment agenda also includes the expansion of the sewage treatment network to achieve island-wide coverage. The sewage treatment plant at the 80 Illich Road was expanded in 2012 to cater to the entire eastern part of St. Martin. The government is preparing the 11th ADF, which entails the start of a sewage network for Coal Bay, simultaneously with the realization of a sewage treatment plant for the areas west of the Coal Bay Hill in collaboration with the French side. A sustainable implementation of sewage projects will, given the precarious nature of the finances of the country, require the implementation of sewage levies to financially support the management of the network. The Waste Ordinance, which was enacted in January of 2009, includes the possibility to implement a sewage levy. The environment and nature of the island plays a major role in the tourism economy of St. Martin. It is of paramount importance that we take measures to protect our environment and our nature. It is the intention to establish an environment and nature policy for St. Martin as a framework to guide all efforts in the area of environment and nature management, including protecting what is left of our biodiversity on the island. This will include proposals to establish our first terrestrial nature park in cul-de-sac in harmony with the Rainforest Adventure Project, which was realized on the historic Emilio Wilson estate. Madam Chair Lady, members of Parliament, an essential part of our living environment is the availability of adequate and affordable housing. This concern has been exacerbated by the hurricanes of 2017, which left many families homeless or with their homes severely damaged and uninhabitable. This issue is, among others, reflected in the increase in the housing waiting list at the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation from 1,500 persons prior to Irma to more than 2,500 post-Irma. Government therefore intends to work with the Housing Foundation on projects for the construction of new affordable housing in the locations of Foga and Over the Bank. Government is also cooperating with APS for the housing project in Welgelegen. To address substandard living conditions and provide the necessary help to those who need it most, government will research and establish a poverty line. This with the objective of determining who fall below this line and how best to contribute to improving their living conditions.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4.
4.
But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look for the warning signs of your illness. Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as 1.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter, hashtag are you in?
The 2018 season for the St. Martin Volleyball Association Senior Games continues as the Great Bay Sports Auditorium. I encourage you to go out and support the teams and the players. It is very important that we as a community encourage the players and that we also take part in sports. I urge people who are able to join any sporting team of their choice, to assist or even sponsor a team, because sports matter. Once again, that's the SIMFA Senior Games at the Great Bay Sports Auditorium. The matches promise to be exciting, so I'll see you there. Continuing with the Department of Sports, the Department of Sports wishes to recognize Akeem Lewis, who has been practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for the past 8 years. Mr. Lewis will be representing St. Martin in Curacao in October at the Mixed Martial Arts Competition. To Akeem, I say, keep up the great work that you've been doing. You are making a positive impact in the lives of your students, and by extension, you're also making a positive impact on our St. Martin community.